Welcome to episode 58. That is year 2, episode 6 of the David and Hillary Show.
You are on it.
I'm on it.
This week we're going to talk about cereal box messages. I'm sure you're wondering what in the world that's about.
It's a hot topic right now. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, everybody's covering it.
They will after this. We're also going to play a game of 8 questions.
That's right, because we couldn't afford the other 12.
And you're going to meet Kodiak the Wonder Dog. And you're going to love Kodiak.
You're going to love Kodiak.
Yeah, well, we should probably get on it.
All right, let's do this.
Well, here we are, second year, episode 6, or as we like to call it, episode 58. It's been a little bit of a rough week for us, and we're not going to really go into it. So, David, if you're not going to get into it, why did you bring it up?
That's right.
I wanted to bring it up because we're going to talk about a couple of things related to that, I guess. And first of all, as promised, we're going to introduce you to Kodiak, the Wonder Dog.
Okay.
We do maintenance for some of our pond customers, and one of them has a dog named Kodiak. And before we show you a picture of Kodiak, we'll just explain. Kodiak is a husky, and I don't know a lot about this particular condition, but apparently huskies can be a little more susceptible to blindness. At least that's what we've been told. And so this is this homeowner's second, at least that we know of, blind husky that they've had. And it's pretty amazing. This dog gets around the yard, occasionally bumps into something, but he's learned where everything is. He's about 7 years old.
Yeah, I mean, they told us they actually had to reinforce the fence because he kept escaping. I'm trying to get out of the fence to go explore the neighborhood.
He wanted to just go.
It's like, this yard's too small. It's a very large yard.
Meet the other residences of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I watched him today run across the yard and hop up a step where there was a grade change in the yard. It's like the yard and then the patio, and he knew exactly where it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little while back, I don't understand how they knew this, but the vet, I guess, told them that Kodiak was experiencing pain in his eyes, even though he couldn't see. Mm-hmm. And the way to alleviate the pain was to remove them. And so they did that. And we showed up one day, and Kodiak, we knew he was blind, but he looked like a normal dog. And now, this day that we showed up, his eyelids were stitched together. So it's kind of like you don't expect that. That's why I'm explaining it to you before I show you the picture. But he is in every other way a normal dog. He today was very frisky and wanted to play. Here's a picture of Kodiak. This is Kodiak trying to get Hillary to throw the ball.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to play today. Some days he just does his own thing, but today, and we always try to let him know we're in the yard. We never want to startle him.
Right.
And so I usually, will call out to him, just say, "Hey, Kodiak, we're here, and we're gonna work on the yard." But today he kept coming up and nudging me and trying to get me to play, and he has balls in the yard. So I thought, well, let's play.
Well, he has a doggy door, and he can come outside whenever he wants. Mm-hmm. And so I think he hears us. Also, by the way, the house is a 2-story, but there's a grade change, and so the top story is level with the ground in the front of the house, and then there's a walkout basement, if you know what that is, and which means in the back, the floor that's on the ground floor in the front of the house is 2 stories up, or on the second story in the back of the house. And that's where the doggy door is. So when Kodiak wants to go outside, he just goes outside and then goes down, I guess it's 1 flight of stairs, but he goes down the stairs and down the stairs. No problem.
Yeah.
He knows where everything is.
It feels like 2 because he has to, there's the landing he has to
There's
turn.
landing he has to turn. He's got it all figured out. And then he'll come over and we'll usually call his name. Hey, Kodiak, how you doing? He'll come over. We'll put our hand out, let him smell us. And sometimes then he'll just take off and go do something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes he kind of nuzzles in like, aren't you going to scratch me behind my ears?
Yeah.
You know?
Don't you want to pay attention to me?
Yeah. So today he wanted to play fetch. And we actually have a video of that. And this is Hillary throwing the ball for Kodiak. And you can tell that he can't see the ball, but I think maybe it's a combination. When it's being thrown, he's using his ears and he's also smelling it.
Yeah.
And here he's over on the, like, he kind of knows where Hillary is. She's calling for him. We didn't play this with the sound, but he does what I've seen a lot of other dogs do. If you notice at the end of the video there, he basically almost had it between his teeth and he just dropped it and ran away. He was like, yeah, thanks for throwing it, but I'm done with that now. So it wasn't that he couldn't get it all the way back to her. He just,
Well,
he
he
just
did what
decided
most
to-
dogs did. He would bring it to me, and then he would lay down at my feet, but he wouldn't let go of it.
yeah,
He wanted me to kind of try to get it from him. I thought, number one, I don't know you that well, and I don't want to startle you, so we're gonna make you drop it first. But he eventually would drop it, and then he would want me to throw it again. So, and I would try to throw it so that it hit the ground kind of hard, so he could hear it,
Yep.
and not try to sail it, too far away,
Right.
so that he could hear the sound and then be able to chase it. And he was also smelling it. You could tell.
Yeah.
He was, he was sniffing around trying to find it. He's such a sweetie.
Well, and part of the reason we showed that to you was because, as I mentioned, we've been going through something, and we went to take care of this pond and hung out with Kodiak a little bit today and had a little bit of extra time playing fetch. And it just impressed upon us if a blind dog can get excited about life and enjoy playing fetch,
Yeah.
then we can figure this out.
Yeah. We can try a little harder.
Yeah. Yeah, it was inspiring.
It really was.
It was inspiring.
Don't let things get you down.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was something else we mentioned in the promo, in the opening, that we would talk about cereal box messages. So here's a picture of the cereal box that I had this morning. I've eaten Cheerios for a long time, but it says you can do hard things on it. And this is a new promo of theirs. They're putting messages on the boxes, and what happens in these meetings where they decide what promo they're going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but when we were in the store, there were multiple messages, and I bought these before this hard thing happened in our life.
Yeah.
And I specifically picked that one out because honestly, I thought it was kind of funny. We've been through a lot of hard things, and we know we can do hard things.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping you wouldn't notice it in the store, and then I was just going to show it to you some random morning and be like, hey, Hillary, you can do hard things.
Yeah.
Because it just felt funny that the cereal box was proclaiming that like a fortune cookie or something. And this morning I was like, yeah, I mean, I kind of need that right now.
Now we're like, okay, thank you, cereal box.
Yeah.
Cereal box of wisdom.
Encouragement when you need it. And I'm not going to over spiritualize it and say that God put that cereal box in Publix for us, although
I will.
maybe he did. But we try to give God the glory for all the good things that happen, and we ask him to walk with us through all the negative things that happen. Mm-hmm. And so however you want to look at the fact that our cereal box said, you can do hard things, it did.
Yeah, it did.
And then the one that it replaced was the one I just finished, which said, you deserve joy. Now, I'm not going to get deep into the philosophy and theology of whether we deserve things or not or whatever, but it was kind of encouraging. It was an encouraging reminder that even though we're going through some difficult stuff right now, that we can't just be in the dumps all the time.
Well,
That'll eat you up.
Scripture says that the joy of the Lord is your strength.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
right.
I think the Lord wants us to have joy
I do.
and to make sure that we're filling ourselves up with Him and Cheerios probably. But you think Kodiak's dog food says like you can do hard things.
It's probably in doggy braille, though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, doggy breath. You can
Well,
smell it.
I don't know what the chances are of this ending in an adoption, but unfortunately, Kodiak's elderly owners, one of them passed away recently, and their spouse is not doing great. And so the adult daughter told us that Kodiak's probably going to have to find a new home soon
Yeah,
because she can't take care of him. And so, hey, if you're interested in adopting a blind husky from Middle Tennessee, you can reach out to us you can drop a message on this YouTube video, or you can email us at davidandhillaryshow@gmail.com. Hillary has 2 L's, and we will try to connect you if you're serious about
Yep.
that. Just
Yep.
thought we would let people know. He's
Yeah.
a pretty cool dog.
it's awesome.
Well, in the vein of having joy, a lot of our podcasts, we talk about some pretty serious stuff.
Yep, we do.
And we decided this week we were just going to do 20 questions minus 12 because that would go on way too long.
Yeah.
We just kind of randomly decided on 8 questions. That's not a thing. I mean, I guess it is now.
Well, it was a fun part of the movie we just saw. We just went to go see I Could Only Imagine 2.
Yep.
And there was a scene in there where the dad and the son were trying to get to know each other better, and they were kind of playing 20 questions. So
Yeah.
I thought, hey, that is fun. It's fun, and it would be fun to do on the podcast.
Not going to really do a full review of that movie right here, right now, but like the first one, it's about the music, but it's really a lot more about relationships, and it was pretty good.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you can check that out. But let's
We'll do a review in 1 year when we do our top 25 movies of 2026.
yeah, or maybe at some point we'll have time to actually review movies again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll see. Well, let's jump into our questions. Question number 1, Hillary. Well, actually, why don't you ask me first?
You ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it because your answer is better, and I want to spend more time on that.
Did you ever get in trouble at school?
At school. Well, I mostly didn't get in trouble at school. I was a pretty good student. I liked school. I liked friends. I liked classwork. I liked learning things. I liked getting good grades. So I was mostly a follow the rules kind of, I didn't mess with people too much and whatnot. But man, in 6th grade was hard for me for some reason. I remember getting in trouble a couple times. And one of those, I was in art class and I was just drumming on the table, why I have no idea. I really, then as opposed to other times, because I wasn't normally doing that. And the art teacher said, that's really distracting. You need to stop. I was like, oh, I don't think anybody cares. I don't know. I don't know why, but I was kind of defiant. I was like, you're the teacher. What do you know? And so I was like, okay, well, I don't want to get in trouble. And then the next thing I knew, I was doing it again. And it wasn't even on purpose. It was just like, it was all inside of me.
Too much energy going on.
Antsy. And it just, that's how it came out.
Yep.
And she was like, that's it. Go to the principal's office.
Oof.
That was the first time I ever remember going to the principal's office.
Really? 6th grade?
Yeah.
Slacker.
Well, my homeroom teacher and also, I believe she was my science teacher. Her name was Mrs. Cox, and she had kind of salt and pepper hair, which I remember her being, I thought, like maybe my mom's age, and just super nice and a good teacher. I liked her. She was not the art teacher. She's not the one that sent me to the principal's office, but I'm sitting down there outside the principal's office, and she comes around the corner and kind of kneels down to be on my level and said, hey, I heard, this happened, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the whole conversation, but she just kind of talked me down, like, just really need you to obey your art teacher, and I know you're a good kid, and
Yeah.
let's not do that anymore. I don't think I ever even made it inside the principal's office. This was it was the 1976-77 school year, so it was a long time ago. That's what I remember about it. But it was the fact that she cared enough in my mind to kind of rescue me from that situation. Because I'm thinking, because we went to school with her.
Going to jail.
Well, you would get paddling.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, like, we would hear stories from the kids that always were acting up. Like, it hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and my parents had always told me, if you get in trouble at school, you get trouble when you get home. If you get a paddling at school, you're going to get a paddling when you come home. Well, I've heard a lot of parents that said those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can be like in trouble with everyone, or you can just not be in trouble. Your choice.
Yeah.
So I was pretty scared, and Mrs. Cox rescued me. She knew I was a good kid that was just needed to settle down.
Yep. Aw. I think that was my 5th grade teacher's name.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but yeah.
Well, I was in Delaware and you were in Michigan, so I doubt it was the same person.
I mean, she could have commuted. I don't know. All right. Well, I forget what year I told you this was that I got in trouble. I think it was 4th grade.
Yeah, I thought you said 3rd grade, but either way,
Yeah.
that's close.
Yeah. So Michigan, playground time, super cold outside. And sometimes we would just, like, we'd all have to, like, go to the bathroom, like, even if you didn't have to go to the bathroom, just so you could go in and warm up.
Yeah.
And this one time there was a group of us girls, we went into the bathroom and we were goofing around in there. And I don't know how do you get these ideas, right? But
Sure.
somehow we thought it would be a good idea. There was like a mirror, and then in the girls' bathroom, there's a ledge that you could, like, I don't know, put a brush on there or a makeup bag or whatever you brought.
In the 3rd grade.
What's that?
In the 3rd grade.
I was the elementary. Yeah, I mean, we were so close to the 80s. Yes, of course.
Right.
I thought it'd be a great idea to stand up on that ledge.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what got into me. And
Does this story end with stitches?
no stitches, but I did go to the office. So, but here's the thing. I was standing on the ledge, and then something inside of me was like, you should get down. So I sat down on the ledge, probably getting close to getting down. And just then, our playground teacher, who we were very afraid of, she just always seemed kind of harsh to us.
Sure.
And here she comes bundled in, like, the big Michigan coat and the hat and the scarf, and her glasses had kind of fogged up because she went from the cold into this warm school,
Sounds like a cartoon character.
It always reminds me of that grandma that's vacuuming in the those commercials, like the
like the Far Side? Is that the one?
Is that
I'm
it?
trying to think.
Like that really neat grandma that's even, like, vacuuming in the forest and
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Thinking of a grandma with, like, the cat eye glasses.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, somebody else sent me a picture. So I'm sitting on the ledge. She comes around the corner, but she doesn't see me because her glasses are all fogged up.
Okay.
And she's telling everybody, like, what are you doing? And I gasp because I am horrified. And I know, like, I'm going to get in so much trouble. If I had just stayed quiet, I think she just wouldn't have seen me because I was right along the edge and she couldn't see very well. The other kids were, like, all making all this motion, but she heard me and she turned and she saw, and she was like, oh, get down from there, go to the office. And
you're in trouble now.
I was in so much trouble. But here's the thing. Little Hillary didn't get in trouble because I was scared to death and I was super good at school, straight A student, Miss Goody Two Shoes. I think that was my official title. And here I was off to the principal's office.
Yeah.
And
kind of similar stories.
I know. I think it also maybe took place at the same time. So I'm sitting in the office and the principal has not seen me yet. And then I start noticing teachers are coming by, not to go to the office, but to see me. Well before cell phones. Could you imagine if they had cell phones? Like they probably would have all gone on alert, like,
Sage is in the office. Can you believe it?
Hillary Sage is down there. One teacher came in. She's like, I had to come see this for myself. They said you were in the office. I couldn't believe it. And I'm just like, just the shame. It's just washing over me. So now I'm just horrified to go into the principal's office. But I finally got called in, like almost when it was time to go back to class. He called me back in. Really nice principal. I sat down. He's like, hey, how are you doing today? I was like, I'm okay. How's your sister doing? I haven't seen her in a long time. How's your sister? Yeah, she's okay. Like thinking, where is the part where I die?
Yeah.
And he just chatted with me for a minute, and the bell rang to go back to class. And he was like, well, you probably better head on back to class now, but don't do that again.
Don't sit on the ledge again.
Yeah. We'd kind of talked a little bit about what I had done. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, don't do that again. I was like, okay. And I think that was it. That was my brush with the law. And I think besides that one police barricade I ran in Port Huron, I mean, build a better barricade. That's all I'm saying. We'll talk about that another time.
That's a good story.
Yeah. But that was it. That was my brush with the law.
Wow.
So, and I'm just going to say, I don't think we're going to get through 8 questions.
It seems like not.
We are
We'll
long
see how
talkers.
many we get through, and we'll put that on the title or something.
Yeah. The 2 questions we answered.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, if you could only answer one more question, which one would it be?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Well, I do like a moment. What's a moment that changed your direction in life?
Okay.
And I would have to say, for me, a moment that changed my direction in life was inviting you to the Christmas party.
I remember that moment. I remember where I was standing.
Yeah, in between the church pews.
Yeah. Yep.
We went to the same church. If you haven't heard any of our backstory, my dad was the pastor of the church, and I moved back home after my first marriage ended, or as it was ending. Anyway, you were at college.
Yes.
And then you came home for Christmas several months after my divorce, and I felt like I was ready to start dating, but I didn't know anybody I wanted to date. And there you were. And after church, I said, hey, we're having a young adult Christmas party at my house, at my parents' house. Such and such a date. And I'm just trying to let everybody know. I want to make sure you knew about it. I don't know if we really met, but are you Ian's sister? And
Yeah. Still am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's, it was pretty simple, and I really was asking a lot of people, but because you came, then we kind of got to know each other a little bit that night. And then I think I've told a lot of the story on a previous podcast, but
Yeah.
that was how we really met. And that was the beginning of us deciding maybe we would date. And this June, we will have been married 34 years.
Truly almost didn't come.
To the party?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just was not. I mean, my friends at college had to come to my dorm room and pull me out to go do things. And thank the Lord for fun friends, because I just was a homebody. I mean, I would stay in my dorm room, or I'd go to the library, or I was always at music practice too, but I just didn't, nothing in me was like, well, better get to the student center because I'm going to, hang out. I just was, I was not a hangout kind of person. And so you invited me, nothing against you. I just wasn't going to go because I just didn't like to be in social situations a lot of times. They just made me nervous.
Somebody talk you into it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, made me go. Davina Dean, she, I think she called me that day, and we were also, at that point, I don't remember if we were suite mates or roommates at that point, but I knew her from youth group, and we were at the same college, and then we were home for break. and she was going to go. And yeah, she was like, "Hey, are you going to go?" I was like, "No, I don't think so." "Oh, you should come. You should come. You should come."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just was like, "Oh, I mean, okay." And you had to bring something. You had to bake a dessert and bring it. So
Was it that specific?
yeah,
Everybody has to bake something?
I don't know. You were supposed to bring something.
I don't remember that part, but
So I brought
probably bring
those.
something.
Yeah.
If you're a guy, you bring a bag of chips.
Yeah.
If you're a girl, you feel shamed into baking brownies from scratch.
I made those really cool little raspberry. They were like little shortbread cookies, and then you make like a depression, and you put the raspberry jam in there. I don't know if you remember those or not. You
okay.
probably pretended to like them.
I've never been a shortbread person.
I know, but I think you liked those.
I wasn't pretending when I figured out I liked you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the part that was
Ooh,
most
yum.
important.
Raspberry. I love raspberry.
I do like raspberry.
You do. Maybe you did like those. We'll see. They might have been more like a butter cookie, which
Okay.
that is shortbread kind of, but who knows? Who knows? But you liked them.
Well,
But it did.
I like the results of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did change your life.
So what was the moment that changed your direction in life?
I had a really great voice teacher in high school. And again, like the fact that I was pretty shy, and people think I'm an extrovert. It's just because I'll talk to anybody, but inside I actually am pretty introverted about a lot of things, and I get scared about a lot of things. And so my voice teacher was always pushing me. She would just sign me up for things. I would just find out, "Hey, you're going to be in a competition. I've signed you up, and you're going to sing this song and do this and this." And because I was also pretty compliant, I was like, "Okay." And so
after that third grade thing.
I'm like, "Oh, whatever you say, I'm doing it."
Keeps me out of the principal's office.
No ledge sitting for me.
I'm there.
So she was great, and she was the one that got me into competitions. I won scholarships. She encouraged me to go to Interlochen music camp. And then one day, I just remember it, like in the middle of our lesson, and we were talking about me going off to school, and she was asking me about my future. And she said, "I just hope that you will at least minor in music." So I was thinking it was similar to our neighbor talking to one of our daughters about minoring in business.
Yep.
But that one little phrase really got my mind thinking. And I thought, yeah, I mean, I think I want to major in music. And so, you never know what your words are going to mean to somebody. And she wasn't being pushy. She saw more in me than I ever saw in myself. And
the good teachers always do.
Yeah, it changed the direction of my life. I don't think it changed where I was going to school. I think I had already decided on Indiana Wesleyan, but it did change my focus, and I was just thankful for that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Yeah.
So now it's your turn to pick a question. I think we got time for one more.
One more. Let's go with the something I'm currently learning. I like that one.
Okay.
What is something that you are currently learning?
Well, it's something I've known for a while and I've been working on for a while, but I feel like it's been reinforced recently, and that is that I don't have to win every battle.
Yeah.
So, I'm really competitive and always like to, people have different opinions or different whatever. And I'm like, oh, no, I need to talk you into doing it my way, blah, blah, blah. And throughout my life, the more I mature, I realize, you don't have to do that. And it's okay if people are different. But even in different ways, too, sometimes it's just not worth the fight.
Right.
And so, I'm not going to lie about things, but even if fighting for my way is something I would like to do, but if I realize in this instance, it's probably just not that important. And somebody says, "What do you want to do?" Well, I'm probably not going to tell you what I want to do, but I'll just say, "Hey, well, let's just do what you want to do," because I'm thinking not necessarily about you, but just in this moment, I can kind of tell that you getting to do what you want to do is probably more important to you than it is to me to do what I want to do. So let's just do that.
Yeah.
And so I'm thankful for that. Although that has happened in our marriage too. I think when I was younger, I did want to win every
We
time.
both were very
We're
competitive.
both very competitive. I think we both wanted to win every time. We had different backgrounds, but similar in that we didn't have a ton of control over our own lives. And so I think we both were excited to be in a place where I can do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then the other one
I'm an
is,
adult now.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then the other one of us is like, well, we're doing this together and we can really only do it one way. So,
Yeah.
so why do you get to be the one to pick?
Yeah.
I think that took us a while to kind of figure that out.
And I
And
think too, like the older you get and the more, I mean, we've been together a long time, relatively speaking, and
yeah,
we've done a lot of great things. And so now when we get ready, like to make a decision, it doesn't mean as much. We've done so many great things.
well, and I think part of the reason it doesn't mean as much is because we've both really tried to be good at loving each other well.
Yeah.
And so if I don't want to never get my way, but I don't have to get my way all the time.
Right.
And so if I can tell it means more to you which movie we go to this week, or it means more to you where we go to dinner, or it means more to you what we pull out of the freezer and fix for dinner or whatever, then I don't need to win just to win. It's fine. And it's not that I don't have an opinion,
Right.
but we've just both become a lot less selfish. And I think but you've done that for me too. So I've had a lot of wins.
Yeah.
And so eventually you get to the point where you go, I don't have to win because I won 3 times already this week.
Yeah.
So, and I know that my wife is awesome and she's going to let me win or choose or whatever, whatever you want to call it. Again, I don't have to have this one. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think when you feel safe knowing you're going to get a turn,
right.
right? You don't have to fight for your turn because, like, no, they give me a lot of turns.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think you almost get to the point where you're like, am I taking too many turns? Like, maybe it should be their turn. You start making sure the other person's getting a fair shot at that. So
Love is unselfish.
yeah. Yeah.
What are you learning?
Well, at the beginning of this year, we talked about our word of the year. I don't know if you remember, mine was shalom, which means peace.
I do now.
And I love this word. It is in Israel. It's a greeting. I think it can be for hello and goodbye, but it's my goal has been not just to appear peaceful, which some people do that. Like underneath, they're like churning, but they're pretending that everything is great. That's like half of America. But to have inner peace that is truly like not dependent on circumstances when things are hard, but to truly be that inner peacefulness. When you look up the word shalom, it represents a state of being complete, balanced, and lacking nothing. And repeating it, as sometimes you'll hear shalom, shalom, that's a double portion of the blessing.
Nice.
And so I am practicing shalom. I'm practicing trusting the Lord and not just appearing peaceful,
Right.
but truly being peaceful. And it's hard. It's hard to do that all the time. Life is constantly trying to throw trouble at you. But it's important to me, and I wanna keep practicing that. which when we said we were going to kind of talk about having a hard week, I've also been really leaning on Psalm 34:18. And it says,
share with the class.
all right, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. And so maybe that's you this week. Maybe you're also going through a hard time.
Yeah.
So we just want to encourage you to have joy, to remember that Cheerios box. You can do hard
You
things.
can.
And also the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He saves those who are crushed in spirit. And so we hope this has been joyful for you and that you've had fun.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll do some more of the questions. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Tune in though, because we'll do something and we'll try to make it enjoyable and worth your time. We've got to figure out what we're going to call this now. We didn't even get to half the questions.
We'll call it You Can Do Hard Things.
Okay. 3 questions, cereal box, and a dog.
That's right.
All right.
I love it.
Well, thanks for joining us. We know your time is important, and we really appreciate you taking part in this podcast. Please like, subscribe, share it with someone that you think would also like it, and we'll see you again next week.
All right. See ya.